everyone, and welcome back. It's Gina from orchidandopal.com, and today we're going to be opening up the Sam's Bead box for February 2022. This is a monthly subscription that is packed with tons of Czech glass goodies and also some gemstone beads and sometimes metallic components and other focal pieces to work with in your jewelry creations. And every month there is a specific theme. You may notice that this month the subscription came in a box instead of the poly mailer, and we'll talk about a couple other little changes as well as we start to open up the box. If you haven't subscribed yet and you would like to, I do have a coupon code. It is Orchid, ORCHID, and that will save you $5 off the cost of your first box. I will leave that code as well as the link to Sam's Bead box right down below the video. And now let's go ahead and open up the Dawn and Dusk themed February box. All right, so here's a little sneak peek of what we're going to be taking a look at. And here is some information that came along with the box. So as we just saw, there's some more eco-friendly packaging. He's using the cardboard boxes and the paper wrapping instead of the poly mailer and the bubble wrap, so that's great. And believe it or not, this is the 12th Sam's Bead box. It's been 1 year since Sam's Bead box launched, and I think they've been doing an amazing job. You'll notice here on the note that there is an updated box price, so to keep up with the rising cost of everything really these days, and to keep Sam's Bead box running smoothly and giving us the quality that we expect, the price of the box will be increasing to $45 plus shipping. That's for current and new subscribers to maintain and hopefully improve the quality of the box, as they say. And with the change, though, they'll also be offering a monthly coupon for their main site because remember, this subscription is an offshoot of Sam's Bead Shop, which is a place you can find a ton of other beautiful beading and jewelry making products. So it'll be great to get an extra coupon for that on a monthly basis. And then we have some information on the second page about how Rachel, Sam's sister, welcome Rachel, has just moved from Wisconsin to California, and she is now a member of the Sam's Bead Shop and Box team. So it just gives some information about her background and how she's been helping to curate these boxes along with Sam. And we also have a little bit of information about the inspiration behind the Dawn and Dusk theme. So vivid colors of the sky. As the sun crosses over the horizon, we're going to see some fuchsias, purples, bright topaz, contrasting deep blues, and we're going to take a closer look at the Czech glass collection, genuine ruby pebbles from Sam's Cutter, especially from India, and gorgeous strand of chevron amethyst. So with all that out of the way, I'm going to go ahead and get organized, and we will take a close-up look at all of these items one at a time. All right, so we're starting out with some of our fiery colors. Like this one, we have Czech glass leaves in Topaz AB. These are a 9 by 13 millimeter size, and there's 25 pieces in the bag. Look at that AB metallic rainbow-like effect that shines and even shows up on the other side of the leaves where the coating is not actually on top of the glass. Really cool how it reflects back through that honey gold topaz, and a generous quantity here of the leaves. With these, the hole actually runs through the side of the top instead of going up and down the length of the bead. Up next, we have some Czech glass pear brios. Gold Dust Evening Glow is the color, 12 by 15 millimeter, and there's 4 pieces included. These are so lovely. I love the gold flecks that appear on that bright orange glass that is pretty transparent, letting a lot of light through. You can see where that hole is located. Also, just like the leaves, going directly through the side at the top of that rounded pear shape. And then we have some Czech glass freeform coins. This is the Fire Mix, 19 millimeters in diameter, and this is a 4-piece set. I wanted to hold this one up so you could see how there is a slight gradient where it's going from more of a brighter yellow down to an orange there on the other side, the hole running right through the center of the bead. And just like the name suggests, they have a slightly organic round shape. They're not perfectly round. And I think these could make some stunning earrings with the way the light would pass through these. Bringing in some gemstone beads now, we have the Indian cut carnelian. These are in a regular gradient rectangle, about 4 by 7 millimeter, and this is a 13-inch strand. You can see how this strand is in a bit of a gradient, especially once I put it down. There are some darker shades mixed with the lighter shades of the genuine carnelian stones, giving us a wide range of those flame-like colored beads. They're really smooth and glossy, and the rectangles are irregular, so think of them kind of like gemstone chips in the way that each one is going to be a little bit different, which always adds a bit of extra texture. In bag number 5, we have more Czech glass in the form of some fire polish faceted Hishi beads in creme brulee, 6 by 3 millimeters, and a 10-gram package, about 60 pieces included. Another very generous amount of these deeper, darker, sort of burnt orange like faceted crystal rondelles, or Hishi beads rather. They have the flat faces and that extra bit of faceting around the side that gives us those additional reflective surfaces. And then we have some Czech glass waves in orange poppy, 11 by 26 millimeter, and 4 pieces included. These are so bright, just like the most vibrant goldfish you may have ever seen. And they are really substantial. The hole runs through the length of these beads. And you can see how part of the glass is a little bit more transparent and some has a bit more of a concentration of opaque color. Really cool and unique bead. Bag number 7 contains the Czech glass Druck beads or rounds in hyacinth mix, 4 millimeter size, and about 150 pieces in this 13.4 gram bag. Tons of these round glass combination crystal clear and reddish and fiery orange glass beads. You can see the different colors that show up in these rounds that are picking up a lot of the colors that we have taken a look at below. And then we get to the Indian cut grade B or C ruby pebbles, 4-inch strand of 3 to 6 millimeter beads. These are stunning. They have a really deep kind of raspberry and black raspberry color, some of the beads being a little bit darker, some being a little bit lighter, and that organic shape to these pebble stones as well, but still polished smoothly and bring us some darker and more pink tones to what we've already taken a look at. Up next are the Czech glass fire polish faceted rounds. These are in pink tourmaline and about 20 pieces of these 8 millimeter rounds. Another more pink combination, this one lightening up a little bit with this deep rosy pink and the concentration of color being different throughout parts of the bead, not just a flat color. And you can already see we're getting a great variety not only of colors, but also shapes and sizes to work with, which is going to help when we're putting things together directly from the box. And I'm excited to say I'll be following up with a video probably the first week of March to share with you a little bit more about my design process with Sam's bead box, and I'll be using the contents from this box. Up next, we have the Czech glass faceted rondelles in fuchsia/copper, 5 by 7 millimeters and 25 pieces inside. These have that gorgeous metallic luster over the top of that berry pink color. You can see they're very similar to the faceted fire polish rounds. They just have a little bit more of a compressed shape. And then our third bag of gemstone beads, we have the chevron amethyst round strand, 8 millimeters in size, and this is a 7-inch long strand. And here's a closer look. Absolutely beautiful. I love chevron amethyst. I have some chunks of it where you can actually see the chevron-shaped striations running through it, which is a bit more difficult to see in the rounds, but it still offers us that rich purple color and a little bit of that creamy white and light gray that we're used to seeing with the amethyst. Absolutely stunning, in great shape, and have a high polish shine. And then we have some Czech glass faceted rondelles in lavender amethyst luster, 7 by 11 millimeters, and there's 10 pieces in the bag. So now we're heading in the purple and bluish direction of the dawn and dusk theme. And we have these larger but still very smooth and glossy faceted rondelles. You can see the gentle faceting around the sides and that thin metallic luster over the top, giving us some extra reflective shine. Next up are some Czech glass rice beads in lavender amethyst luster. These are a 6 by 3 millimeter size and there's about 75 in the package. I'm loving all these luster coatings. Even though this is a cool shade of a bluish purple, we have a sort of coppery colored luster, which makes these really interesting. The warmer toned luster over the cool color. You can see why these would be called the rice beads because of their elongated shape, and they're on the smaller side. Bag number 14 contains the Czech glass swirl rondelle beads in lavender amethyst, and there's about 40 pieces in the bag. So we have the same color combination and luster that we had in the previous two. These are just a different size. And their shape is rounded, but it's got more of a handmade type of feel. The way the area at the holes is not completely perfectly round, and these don't have the faceting around the sides. Next up is yet another interesting shape of Czech glass. We have the Cobalt AB dagger beads, the 5 by 16 millimeter, and there's 15 pieces. That gorgeous cobalt blue glass with the metallic AB coating on one side that still offers us a little bit of reflection on the other side. Reminds me of a starry night kind of color combination. And then up next we see some Czech glass nuggets in cobalt. These are a 4 by 5.5 millimeter size with about 60 pieces included. So these nugget beads also having a little bit more of that handmade looking quality with their more organic shape. You could certainly use them in place of a 4 or 5 millimeter bead, just giving you a little bit more texture instead of using a basic round. And you can see we're getting more into the blue end of our spectrum here. Bag number 17 includes the Czech glass pressed bicones in cobalt. These are the 8 millimeter size and about 25 pieces are inside. Another great size and shape to work with in that stunning deep cobalt blue color. You can see they have the bicone shape that is just smoother than what you would normally see in a crystal bicone. In bag number 18, we have some Czech glass druck beads or rounds, Cobalt AB, and these are a 6 millimeter size, about 50 pieces included. Another great combination of the AB and that deep but still vibrant cobalt blue glass, and a ton of beads to work with. Again, I can't say that enough. We get a lot of quantity and quality in Sam's bead boxes, so there is really a lot here to work with in each of these bags, and typically we have been seeing either a mix or some type of little bonus that offers us some additional shapes and things to work with that coordinate with the larger quantity. So we'll take a look at the specialty Czech glass mix that they have included for us right after we take a look at our metal component. And that is in bag 19, which is the temple clasp set by Tiara Cast in the antique copper plating, 22 millimeters. And here is a closer look. I like that this is more of an antique copper look, but it's not so antiqued like you see in some antique copper metallic components. A lot of detail going on there and still quite a bit shiny. And this is the same on both the front and the back. So like I mentioned, we have this specialty Czech glass mix to take a look at. First is a stunning sun coin bead. This is red copper wash, 22 millimeters in diameter, and we get one piece of that. And that is so unique. Look at that sun that's pressed into the glass. Same on both sides, and you have the hole that runs through the length of the bead right through the center. So this would make a really cool focal. And then next up are 2 pieces of these swallow ovals in crystal red 12 by 16 millimeter. And you can see that bird shape that's pressed into the glass on both sides. And you get that fiery mix of oranges and yellows and the more reddish tone in these table cut ovals, the hole running through the center, and each of them being just a little bit different. I'm seeing some great earring options with some of these pairs of beads. Number 22 on the list are these carved ovals in blue silk, 14 by 19 millimeters, and the hole runs through the center of these beads as well. That blue silk glass that is rippling through these ovals, looking like a winding river that is going around those pressed in areas that really set off the blue. And they are also the same on both the front and the back. And then last but certainly not least, we have some freeform coin beads in tanzanite, a 14.5 millimeter size, and there's 4 pieces here. Let's take a moment to look at this from an angle where you can see the light passing through in the actual color, and then also what the side of the bead looks like. You have that interesting travertine-like finish there, which contrasts with the smooth dark purple tanzanite. So another fantastic Sam's bead box, and one that I am really looking forward to diving into to hopefully inspire you and take a look into my design process as I come up with some creations based on what you see here. I have no idea what I will create yet, so we'll all just have to wait and see. I hope to have you back, so definitely subscribe if you haven't already, so you'll know when that video comes out. I love the fact that we get the gemstone beads along with the Czech glass. Everything is really high quality, and I already mentioned the quantities of everything is wonderful. Every month the theme is different. Last month was a box full of lavenders and light pinks and light blues, so definitely a contrast from what you see here, which is something I really like because then you end up working with all different colors and things, and you don't get stuck with all of the same thing month after month. That would be boring, and I feel like they do a great job curating their boxes and giving us a wide variety of things to work with in a gorgeous palette. So if you like what you see here, you can actually find some of the extras from this box tomorrow in their live sale, which you can find out more about at joinsamsbeadshop.com, which is where you can sign up for text reminders about their weekly classes and live sales. And you can also check out samsbeadshop.com to find even more beautiful Czech glass and gemstone beads and other jewelry making components that you don't normally see come in the boxes. So I want to give you all a huge thank you for being here. I really enjoyed taking a closer look at all these items with you. I hope it was helpful for you. Feel free to leave a comment down below and let me know if you've been enjoying Sam's bead box 2 or anything else you'd like to say. Definitely give the video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and don't forget to share with your other beading friends. As a reminder, you can use the coupon code ORCHID, ORCHID, if you'd like to save $5 off your first month of this subscription, and you have until the 9th of March to sign up for March's bead box. That's all I have for now. Until next time, I hope you have a fabulous rest of your day. And as always, happy beading.